Hello, welcome back to the SNHU podcast. I am here with Kresnik, and we're going to be casting some Smash.
Yeah, happy to be back here in the Connection Esports Arena after Granite State Grind. I mean, I think that invigorated a lot of people that that are excited about Smash and watching those matches, and now being back here able to support the team against New England Tech, a team that I believe is doing okay in their season so far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still early. A lot of things could change, but I think they actually might be ready to see how things are looking there.
And it looks like we're about ready to throw into game right now as we're going to start up. I'm very excited to really watch these games moving forward. You know, we saw how well our players did at GSG, making it pretty high in bracket, I believe, to top 8. We got a couple players. So... I'm very excited to see how they do in this, and I think I agree with you that this has invigorated Smash as much as possible.
It is Little Mac.
It is
Little Mac. I know we weren't necessarily sure going in, but BRR Burr, I'm assuming is going to be the name, going to be playing Little Mac into Steven. How do you feel about the Mario Mac?
I think Mario Mac is one of Mac's better matchups, even though Mac doesn't really have good matchups, because up smash kind of stops Mario from approaching most of the time, so it's going to be a bit difficult. The problem is Mario can edgeguard Mac like no other with Flood and then Fireballs, so it's really dependent on what Steven does to get this Little Mac off stage, because you can't really respect Little Mac as a character. You just have to play them cheese. If you respect them as a character, you're going to get KO punched and died, so that's really what I'm looking out for right now.
Yeah, that's the power of playing into Mac, right? You have to just, again, play around him like that. But great catch by Steven.
Amazing.
Up smash charge under platform, finding him going down. Just have to keep him off the ground. The more he can juggle him, the better he's going to do, and that's exactly what Mario wants to do. You know, get these up air strings, get these up tilts or down tilts just to initiate these combos. But it is Wi-Fi. Things are different than it would be offline, right? He has to play very safe around all the options that Mac can throw out.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. And I think that Steven did a really good job with that up smash, catching Little Mac off guard. Looked like the DI wasn't necessarily the most perfect, but it's always good to come out with those unexpected options. But Mario's at 113 right now, offside. It's going to be really difficult for Mario to come back. Side B missed right there, almost died to that up smash. Looks like Steven just trying to grab center stage back if possible. Rolls in, but actually manages to back air Little Mac, stopping that punish.
Yeah, halfway to that KO punch now, but this could be a start for Steven. Still low percent means he might be able to escape some of these combos. He's playing so safe in his shield. I mean, he's doing a lot of run-up shield, come up from ledge, shield immediately on the edge of the stage. Can't find it, but that's you talked about Flood earlier, how important it is in this matchup, and you can already see, I mean, literally just spraying him in the middle of the stage and almost setting himself up for an edge guard.
Yeah, Little Mac has probably it's just one of the worst recoveries in the game. So it's very. Oh my God, that down smash almost hit, just barely outspacing that. But it really looks like Steven just trying to play more defensive in this matchup, trying to not get smash attacked as much as possible. But the KO punch comes out from Little Mac, taking that stock. This is going to be hard for Steven to really come back from this, because Little Mac has a stock up and is at high percent. Steven's going to have to really pull out some crazy combo here or cheese Mac.
Yeah, cheese Mac is what I was going to say. You can always gimp the Little Mac player if he's been recovering fairly well. I think decent understanding of the tools that Mac does have in the air, because it's not zero. It's not much, but it's not zero.
Yeah,
able to make it back. I've seen enough of Peanut playing to know that Mac can recover, but here caught on the side up.
Oh my God,
coming through the ledge will get him back into stage, but still center controlled by Burr.
That was very scary right there. You know, Steven's doing a very good job at avoiding these as much as possible, but it looks like Mac just dies off that. Barely gets that recovery. That's crazy. Goes for back air. They're actually in center stage right now, but Mario's at 100. It's going to be difficult. Oh, just barely misses that up smash. Little Mac hurtbox shifts with side B. Looks like we'll be able to get back to ledge right there. Looks like Mario's just trying to bide their time, but Little Mac grabs. There's nothing you can really do out of that, so allow Steven to get a punish right now. Little Mac air dodge in the forward smash will come out from Steven. Very good taking that stock, but is at 128 right now. It's a scary position.
Yeah, Mario with rage, but also against Little Mac, 0%. It doesn't matter at that percent. He can still take you down. Up in the middle of the stage, right off the top, catching him through that. He was fishing for that a fean times, going for those uppies kind of in the middle of neutral, and able to get it now is Burr, taking down the first player of SNHU Blue. I mean, thinking about who's left, who would you want to be throwing in against this Mac?
Probably Quackers. I think anyone with really long range, the ability to gimp would be good. I don't think Falco is necessarily the best character for going in on Mac. I think it's fine,
Min-Min?
But Min-Min,
because of Fontaine or Swanky, now being moved up to the blue team.
Yeah, I think Min-Min would be very good, but yeah, I think probably Min-Min would be the best for going for this. But I could also see it sort of being, I don't know. You always underestimate Little Mac, so I'm very hesitant to say that that's I've never seen those two characters play,
You just don't see Mac play a lot.
No,
right?
not at all. You see like Peanut. That's
You see
That's the guy.
Peanut play, and again, seeing that is how you kind of know that Mac does have a little bit of ability to get back, like we saw there. I mean, it's also hard to want to chase off stage ever on Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Just because you don't really know what's going to be happening. But we'll see who the next swap is. Well, we see, if I had to guess from the player walking all the way around the arena right now and having to now go through all of yellow who are crowded around on Grotto on this setup, it is likely to be, like we said, Fontaine or Swanky coming in.
Yeah, that would make...
either Min Min or Kazuya.
That would make sense. I would not go Kazuya, I'm going to be honest.
I wouldn't either, but I have to leave it open.
And the only reason why I wouldn't go Kazuya here is because he's not really counterpicking. It's more of just like you're going to get the stock out of the way, and then you're going to move to the next character, and Kazuya is decently easy to counterpick.
Yeah.
Min Min, I feel like, is a little bit harder because Min Min's more about reading your opponent than actual like character matchup. I think they do have bad matchups, but it's more about how you play around your kit rather than hard set lines. Yeah,
a lot of character knowledge, needed to play against and as Min Min. She plays really differently from the rest. Every time I get Min Min when I pick random, I'm like, I'm going to put the dragon on, and that's all I'm going to do.
Yep.
I played ARMS once, so I don't have
it's
that
not
even
like ARMS.
Yeah, no, but I don't even have that, like, all right, maybe this is kind of how it is, one button controlling each different arm. I don't even have that, like, internalized from having played ARMS in the past.
Yeah.
So you really have to have a lot of time on the character to make it work. But against Mac, I feel like if you can keep him out, it's great. If you can't keep him out,
it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Min Min has a really good up smash, is because it's a closer option that they can sort of get off me tool, which is very good. But yeah, I think they should be fine, especially because Lil Mac can really only approach horizontally, not vertically. So I think this should be an easy win for Min Min. It just really depends on
paper.
On paper, yeah.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah, like what we said last time. It was a bit. Technically, Lil Mac should lose to everyone.
Yes.
Theoretically, except for maybe like Ganondorf.
I would pay to see a Mac Ganon game. We're not going to get it.
Yeah, but
I'd love to.
Even like low tier characters, can still do stuff in Ultimate, because a one trick is always going to know more about a matchup than someone who plays like a better character. Low tiers always know their matchups better. And on top of that, there is a lot of versatility that these characters have. Unlike previous Smash games like Melee or Smash 4, where the low tiers were just so bad that you couldn't do anything with them. Ganon even has some tricks, You can down B through platforms and edge cancel to get off cool fares.
And you know what? I actually got absolutely washed by a Ganon at GSG. That was, I think I had a 1 minute game where I did 20% to him. So yeah, you're right. Either I'm bad or Ganon has the sauce, and I'm not going to admit defeat. So Ganon must have the sauce.
Yeah. I think it's just like, if you're not on your game, it's you also have to play against like low tier characters differently.
Yeah.
Because you can't really play against them in a fun way, because you have to try to cheese them.
Yeah. Because if you don't, they might. Wait, and then it's that was what MK Leo almost lost to Peanut, right? And there was a tweet who was like, "Oh, if I play fun and lose to Mac, then everyone's like, oh my god, MK Leo lost to a Mac. But if I play boring, everyone's like, oh, MK Leo tryharding against this Mac player."
Yeah, there's no winning in that situation.
No.
So yeah, it's a bit difficult. So I'm very interested though to see who they're gonna pull out against Min Min once this Mac's gone.
Yeah, I have the roster actually right on my phone. I promise I'm not doing anything other than looking at the roster. A couple different picks that they could pull out. I'm not sure what they'd want specifically against Min Min. Maybe something quick. Falcon could be potentially in the cards.
Falcon's good just because it grabs and the ability to like vertically approach with like nairs and stuff. Or you could even go like, there's a Falco, right?
There's a Falco, yeah.
Yeah.
Falco, there's a Cloud, there's a Sephiroth, there is a Isabelle.
If the Cloud can play fast and if the Falco can play fast, I think that's fine.
Yeah. Same player. So we could assume so.
It's just the thing of like, if they are a fast type of character, because Falco and Cloud are very different. Cloud kind of wants to force you into a situation that you can't get out of. It's a lot like Fox. But you can also play mid-range Cloud, which is like more zoner, kind of just like sitting back waiting for someone to approach you rather than like forcing people into positions. But then Falco's kind of just a combo character.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also you play them really lame usually. Like the proper way to play Falco is to just sit back, laser, wait for them to approach, punish with up tilt out of shield. So they play very different. So I'm wondering.
That's not what you'd want against a Min Min. You wouldn't want to play that specific style against a Min Min, because I feel like the neutral game there would just go to Min Min, who can just more effectively play their game at that range.
You kind of just want to take like 50-50s, right?
Yeah.
Is like either you jump over their arm and they jump and you fast fall, or you jump over their arm and you fair and they don't fast fall, so you just hit them. So really the goal would be to play probably Falco or Falcon.
Well, either way, we'll see what happens. If they even get to that point, we could see this Mac even staying independent.
How do you think that Mac could get a stock if they get one?
Just getting over the pressure. I really think if this Mac just does not let up the pressure, I think they will be able to sneak by and pick up a stock. But you can already see the chakrams being used to find that vertical pressure on the platforms. Mac not able to find a way in right now because Min Min controls so much of this horizontal space. But if he gets in and starts something, it could be difficult. You can already see that's exactly his game plan, just slipping under. When Fontaine Spanky is jumping, he just wants to slip in under that and use that to be how they start things off, but playing so patient.
Okay. They do get in finally just right now, but that up smash coming out, as I said, is a great get off me option. One thing, that's a bit sad is that Max down tilt got a little bit nerfed, doesn't combo into up tilt from Smash 4 now. So it's going to be hard for them to really approach on the ground and get out a quick option because up tilt takes a very long time. So even though Min Min is at higher percent, the main thing that Min Min's goal is to really play this normally. It's to sort of sit in the corner and then back throw and then arm and then they die. So it's more you just have to eat your swallow the hard pill of not playing against them normally. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Oh, tries to actually get the ledge trump right there, but it actually didn't come out. KO punch is definitely a threat in this game, but the forward tilt coming out is going to kill Swanky right now. They really have to sort of swallow the hard pill of you got to just gimp him. You got to just gimp him.
Well, the thing is, they're not even getting him off the stage, right? Burr is just maintaining control this entire time and holding shield under platform, playing super safe, just waiting to punish an option coming out from Min Min. I like the way he's running in, shielding, using quick options to try to find just answers to the pressure for Min Min. And I feel like Spanky's almost trying to low profile him with these down tilts, just trying to sneak by, but just unable to do it right now.
I'm just confused as to why they're not using the dragon a little bit more. I feel like you just really need to get this gimp off as quickly as possible. But the ball coming out just, barely doesn't kill. And Mac's going to get back here.
It's another KO punch, too.
Yeah, this is definitely a scary situation. You just want to throw out something right now, but Mac keeps getting back. Back throw will kill, though. Probably. Yeah, it does. Okay.
At that percent, that close to it literally could not be close to the edge of that point.
Wasn't sure if it was a kill throw.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure either, and now I just found out.
Yeah.
It is definitely, apparently, a kill throw, at least against Mac at that percent. Honestly, even if it wasn't, it probably could have become one at that point.
Definitely. And that's one of the things with Mac that's very difficult with him is that you really just want to keep that center stage. So it's kind of like a game of chicken with Min Min Mac, right? Who's going to approach first? Because neither of the characters wants to. No.
Mac has to, though. Because Min Min can still play their game without approaching. Right. Mac has to approach. I still think Burr found excellent timings in getting in, right? Whenever Hunter's was trying to jump to angle those chakrams in a way that would cover specifically where he was playing, he used that opportunity to slip around, go under. I was honestly expecting more counter. I feel like because some of the moves are so predictable, just to slip through the pressure and go through while they're stuck in animation.
Maybe.
But just because I feel like at that distance, you shield it or you counter because Mac has that kind of slip forward.
I know
when he hits
Mac's counter is a bit weird, though. I know you can fall out of it technically.
Fall out of it. Well, no, he flips forward, right? At that distance, I didn't think he wouldn't warp to you like Greninja, right?
No, he doesn't do that. So yeah, but I just know at least versus Falco, there's some moves that he'll counter versus Falco because I play a little bit of Falco. That Falco will just win because Falco can get out of their counter.
That's a good character.
Yeah.
It's a really good character. You have some really niche knowledge about him, too. I wasn't expecting you to pull out in Smash 4 he did this. It's who was paying attention to Smash 4 Mac?
Well, yeah. A lot of players actually think Mac got nerfed from Smash 4, so. But now there's hitbox shifting with, when you see Peanut, down air, trying to get back, on side, that actually helps.
Yeah, it probably pushes, his ledge grab box up a little bit, I assume. Right?
No, it shifts the character. Like it shifts the hurt box. You know when like Mario up
Interesting.
smashes and they pull their head back?
Yes.
But that in the air. So they basically
Okay.
pull themselves up a little when down airing.
That's really neat.
And back air pushes them
I
forwards.
love little tech like that. I mean, because I came from basically playing like a low tier in DF2 where it's like, oh, I played a character that no one wanted to play, so I had a role that no one wanted to play, so I had to figure out how to make it work. And I love the little optimizations on characters that you don't necessarily see picked as much. Next up, to go against Min Min, it's Isabel. It is Royal He, unless someone else is. That's what I have listed here. So Royal He on the Isabel coming in to fight Fontaine or Swanky.
Fun fact about Isabel, you can break their Lloyds.
On the ground?
Yeah.
Just hit them?
Yeah. I think the arms are going to probably.
I feel like that's not going to be as important in the matchup, though. I feel like we might see some fishing from platforms. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the case. I don't really see Isabel as necessarily a good character. I feel like they're
Just a fun character.
fun character, I agree with, but their punish game is really bad.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you want against Min Min, is a very good punish game. Unless they have something that they're pulling out of their pocket that I don't know about, then it's going to be a bit difficult because Isabel's just abilities don't have a lot of knockback in general.
Same with Villager, right? They're
Actually-
kind of that like pokey.
This is the stage where or I guess you could do the infinite on any stage, but I doubt we're going to see that.
Yeah. Using dash attack from platforms as well. I wasn't even thinking about that, but that kind of gives that added projectile pressure, which is what Isabel really wants to be doing. But not getting these short hops, doing full hops and doing the fair from up there, which is going just a little bit above where they'd be before. Right now, Fontaine or Swanky in control of it, but narrowly missing that grab. And we'll see. Does it break? Yep. Arm's going to keep breaking those Lloyds and making this stage a little bit less dangerous.
If it
for
was like
Swanky to move around on.
C4, I could see Isabel being a lot better of a character, but a lot of characters can hit that.
Yeah, and Min Min in particular will be good at hitting that, no matter what, right? Just being able to angle those arms down. But 36 to 94 right now. Only just now is Teehee getting a little bit more ground here, but now making this a lot more dangerous to approach here, forcing Swanky to do some full hop, hit you on platform shenanigans, and Isabel jab, but caught with the up smash, the goofiest jab in the game, getting Royal picked off right away and equalizing the stocks.
Yeah, I think that at least it looked like they kind of tried to go for the infinite a little, or they just slowed down. But yeah, technically that jab has an infinite. It's like you have to walk forward for 2 frames and then press jab on the next exact frame.
That sounds reliable and doable on Wi-Fi at all times.
Super reliable and 100% doable, yeah. But one thing that I think that, oh my god, the Dragonfire almost barely killed there, but Isabel can get back from this fine. Yeah, balloons, it's very hard to pop unless you get like a down angle chakram. It's going to be difficult. But the down tilt actually coming out, killing Min Min. Very good from Isabel. One thing that I will say that Isabel has an advantage, though, is ledge trapping. Min Min can't really get off the ledge normally. That looked like a bit of weird DI right there. Maybe held directly in rather than like up or down.
Probably, I just don't think they were expected to get hit at that exact moment, at that exact angle. So maybe just wherever they were trying to go, sent them back out that way. But I don't think Isabel doesn't want to be right above Min Min. Isabel wants to be at a diagonal from Min Min at any time, because you can jump the chakrams, and that's exactly where her zoning is going to come the most into effect right now, as they just continue to trade. But Swanky is evading the majority of this now, but that's fair. Might open things up.
What Isabel's doing a really good job at right now is really trying to clank with Min Min's up smash and also the arms with forward tilt and like fairs, which I think is the main goal with Isabel right now. And also reading a jump right there was very good. But this character is definitely going to be in an uphill battle right now. Down tilt coming out, pretty good setup. Looks like Isabel's just trying to get onto the ground as best as they can while Min Min's just guarding it. They do manage to grab center stage, placing down a Lloyd, but an air is going to come out from Min Min. Oh my god, did they frame one dodge that?
They pocketed in the air to evade it. That little bit of invincibility just to sneak by.
That was very skilled, actually. It's very hard to do that. But the edge guard might actually mean something here. Yeah, the Lloyd's going to come out. Barely doesn't kill Min Min, but setting up another one center stage right now. Looks like they're going to throw it a back air. Very well placed, actually. Reading that Min Min was going to roll right there. Very good from Isabel. I'm honestly surprised.
Yeah, I thought the matchup was going to be a little bit harder, but I think good knowledge of how to get around what Min was doing, and also, once they got reaccustomed to playing in this environment, you could see the difference right away, right? With
100%.
Teehee hitting the Fairs, the Bears, they were playing around those Lloyds. They were putting on pressure when the Lloyds were down, not letting Swanky clear them the way that he was prior, right? He was kind of taking the time to, throughout those smash attacks, actually hit those Lloyds, not have to worry about them. But then once Teehee started putting on more pressure, suddenly things really changed for that. It was a lot tougher to operate around them. As soon as he tried to approach, the Lloyd was there, caught on the edge guard. Just a big difference in play.
Yeah, it was very good. Isabel was approaching Min very smart, Yeah. The hard part about Isabel, right, is that if you sort of break down the game into math, right, there's openings per kill.
Yes.
And that is how many times you win neutral. Isabel has to win neutral so much more. But Min's a character that doesn't have combos, so it's actually really easy to win neutral a bunch of times and just rack on damage, just slowly bleeding out Min to higher percent, and then finally eventually killing them.
Yeah, and you don't actually need, like, you say openings per kill, but, like, honestly, you could, if you just run away enough, right? You don't even need an opening. If you just pepper with dash attack and fair and bear for long enough, you don't necessarily need to worry about that too much. One stock left for Teehee.
Yeah.
And Quackers going in for SNHU. So Pokemon Trainer,
I think,
up on the docket.
I think that this is a good pick. I think that always putting in Quackers is a good pick just because Pokemon Trainer. But it's really good because you're just going to try to get this stock and you don't know who's next. Yep. And also, they're the most versatile character in the game. Yes. Pokemon Trainer also. So Ivysaur has combos, Squirtle has combos, Ivysaur can zone, Charizard can zone and has killing. Ivysaur can kill with up B, down air, up air, back air.
Ivysaur can
forward
kill
air
quite a bit. You have to be high percentage for it, but Ivysaur can kill quite a bit.
Squirtle's just so small. Like, there's so much that you can do with this character that it's going to just be reliable against any of the upcoming people, Mm-hmm. You have Cloud Falco main, right? And then you have
there's a Cloud Falco main. There is a Sephiroth player. There is a Samus player. There is a Falcon player. There's also someone who does not have a main listed. I assume that is just a backup. I probably couldn't find any data for them.
Honestly think that maybe the best character into Pokemon Trainer, like, if they are going to counter after this, would, depending on how good their Samus is their Samus, or honestly Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth does really well with falling up airs, just sort of like stopping Razor Leaf from existing in general, just going straight through it, and then also being able to kill really easily and actually out-zoning Charizard and Ivysaur.
Yeah, the range on the normals is probably a big part of that, right? Being able to kind of outpoke Vine Whip, outpoke anything that they want to do here. But heading into this, we'll see the taunt that will kick things off. Smashville as well, so only one platform here. I feel like it's a little bit worse for Isabel.
It's definitely worse for Isabel. It's going to be really hard for Isabel to do a lot here, especially with the angle of the platform. Like, you have a good dash attack, but other than that, it's going to be difficult. Goes for the uppy right there, trying to get a little bit of cheese right now.
He's already trying to sauce on him.
Yeah. But one good thing with Ivysaur is that the Fair actually catches the Lloyds. It read the jump right there. Very good play. It looks like Ivysaur is going to go really low right there, almost hitting Isabel. Using a Razor Leaf, tries to go for that forward tilt sweet spot, but barely misses it. Well, Isabel's jumping. Uppy coming out, just barely not killing. And it looks like Isabel's just trying to get center stage as best as possible. Gets forward tilted. Looks like there might be some edge guarding right here. Can't pop the balloons, but a throw just barely doesn't kill.
Quackers is playing really confident, and for going in immediately, I mean, only 22% chasing off stage. You do not usually see that in these crew battles, but again, very confidently going for that chase, immediately equalizing the stocks. I think it's the first time it's been dead even in a bit. 6-6, only 2 players left for each team.
Yeah, I think that, honestly, SNHU is doing a very good job at sort of losing to that Little Mac early,
Yeah. The
Little
recovery,
Mac,
right?
Yeah, it's sort of good for SNHU to pull out the players that they are, and doing as good as they're doing, or else they're going to be too far behind. Mm-hmm. You don't really have any scouting opportunities to really get back, and with Quackers having such a versatile character with all the stocks left, you're able to scout out this next match perfectly and maybe even win it, depending on who it is. They do have counter pick, though, and counter stage choice, so that's going to be a bit difficult.
But what stage would you, you look at the stages list, you're like, I have to go here against Pokemon Trainer. I can't really feel it. I feel like, again, they're so... maybe FD, depending on who you
honestly,
bring in, right?
This could be a complete gamble. This would either go really well or really bad. Is you do... Oh,
That's not on the list.
Oh, that's not on the list.
That's my sources.
They're sending
not
in
on the
Game
list.
& Watch. I don't think that is good at all.
This could be
think
way too big.
I think that you just play Charizard for neutral and you outrange Game & Watch because you can also
do it on Ivysaur too. I feel like Quacker's still some more confident on Ivysaur, at least from what we've seen.
Game & Watch up B out of Shield can get punished by Vine Whip and Charizard up B.
Yes.
And Charizard Fair and Nair and Ivysaur Nair and Fair.
But a Game & Watch up B comes out so fast. How reactable is that in the standard online?
Very. You fall, you empty land, right? You bait out it, you shield, and then you go for a Vine Whip, and then they die because they're holding up to do the up B, so they have to DI poorly.
I'm trying to see who. I'm not sure who is in. It could be someone playing an off character. We'll see here.
You have to.
That is the Sephiroth player.
This is the Sephiroth player.
Yes, the one who is listed here.
I feel like just go Sephiroth, though, no? I feel like, Game & Watch on Smashville? Interesting. Sure, but I feel like this is a very good Ivysaur stage just because of up airs. And sitting under the platform center stage, stops high recoveries against, Charizard and Squirtle.
Also, I mean, Ivysaur up airing through the platform just does not sound pleasant to play against.
Yeah, no.
Here, right? But if you're getting some Nair combos here, some strings together, that could definitely help you equalize things against Pokemon Trainer. The Chef knocking Ivysaur off, and he avoids the down smash to get right back to center stage. Razor Leaf, I think that has to just, other than for situations like that, I think that just has to leave any of the buttons that Quackers is pressing. I feel like it's been punished every single time it's come out, and he can down be reflected with Oil Panic.
I feel like you just have to switch off Ivysaur, I know Quackers seems the most comfortable in Ivysaur, but I feel like you just, that was almost a good up smash, but I feel like you just have to go Charizard here. Oh my god, just had to jump though.
Scary.
Just barely getting back. That scared me a little bit. But yeah, actually doing a good job at coming back into this now that they have advantage. Really just trying to get away from Game & Watch's. Oh, that was so unfortunate. I think they might have thought that they could snap to ledge with the Charizard up B, but they probably missed it just barely. Down air, almost hitting. Looks like Game & Watch is going to get grabbed and sent off stage, but Game & Watch has a really good recovery, so it's going to be very difficult to edge guard them. It looks like a back throw to DI mix-up was perfect decision, actually. Knowing that they were just holding back away is very good.
Yeah, for sure. And now, stuck on the platform, Nazier able to get through, but taking a little bit of pressure from those Nair and the up airs that are coming out here. Can't keep spamming that. It will stale eventually, but going for that grab into the juggle combo here. But actually, did not know that interaction. Ivysaur Nair able to go right through that Game & Watch up air. So definitely a good way to get through some of that pressure, but now caught in jab ledge so much percent.
There are a couple... the back air coming out, actually going off stage. That was amazing. One thing, though, about... Game & Watch's jab is there are a couple jabs in the game that don't push you back, but push the enemy back. So you can get 30% on ledge. Same with Mewtwo's, actually.
I think Bowser Jr.'s also works the same way. I say as a Bowser Jr. player, I definitely feel like anyone who has jabs like that can be really solid.
Oh my god.
Guarding tools down here.
Gets a grab, tech chase.
How does that open it up?
Goes for the Razor Leafs right now, doing a very good job at zoning. Almost gets a down air, but reading the roll with a forward smash. Very good. That covered neutral, get up, and also roll. Shielding on the platform, but Game & Watch is pressuring with Nair right now. Looks like Ivysaur just doing their best to try to get on the ground. Back air coming out, but the up B from Game & Watch and back air is going to send Ivysaur off stage. They do get back to ledge with Vine Whip, but looks like a bomb is actually going to come out, stopping Ivysaur from getting back. Switching to Charizard, though, trying to get some sort of maybe heavier zoning out because of that long tail with back airs and the forward tilts. Switches back to Squirtle, though. This is scary. Any hit could die right now. Squirtle's super light. I wonder if they're just trying to mix up how their playstyle actually is in this game. But a fair coming out. Down smash just barely gets back, but actually catches the Vine Whip.
Switches for the third jump, barely making it back. This Chef has done so much damage right now, but grabbing him, gaining control, but up B is such a good escape tool.
It's actually amazing right now, but a back air coming out, another back air just barely missing Game & Watch. Forward tilt will send them onto ledge, but a down smash will reversal Charizard. A Flare Blitz just barely gets countered, actually getting hit by the Fry Pan to cancel it. Forward tilt clanking.
Well, the up smash coming out.
Just footsies right now.
Meister style spamming up smash right at his
shield. Gets a Flare Blitz, but it's shielded.
Gets into the shield up smash. Catches him right off
the top. So unfortunate for Quackers in SNHU, but very well played by the Game & Watch, knowing that the Flare Blitz was going to come anytime soon.
Honestly, I'm happy you went for the Flare Blitz.
Yeah.
You got it. Sometimes you just got to go for it. You have to go
when
for
you're
it.
that 50% down,
Yeah.
you just have to pull out a
Wait, that
miracle.
killed? Game & Watch is light.
Yes, probably.
Game & Watch is light.
And
He was at
Smashville's
190. Blast Zone's close.
Yeah, Smashville has really small blast zones, so maybe.
It was close. It could have worked out for him. I love that he went for it though. I'm gonna say that while I'm looking at him.
Can't
Hero
believe
moment.
it clanked with a piece of bacon. The flare blitz.
And
then-
oil. Charles was like, got some oil in my eye. The flare blitz right before blinded him when he went around the corner there. But I'm assuming just by who is coming over here that Insignia will be up next. So it could be Bowser, could be Corinne,
Yeah.
could be Wolf. We've kind of seen a whole
would-
multitude of them from him.
Into Game & Watch.
Yes.
Ooh, that would be difficult. I'd just go Bowser.
Probably. I mean, he's the most
Yeah.
comfortable on Bowser, right? And
Also,
you don't know what's coming up
goes through
next.
Bacon.
Good. And up out of shield is a great tool.
Yeah.
As is, right? I mean, it's probably better in melee, but
I
you know,
think
that's the only thing Bowser has. in
Corrin
melee.
would be hard to really do anything. I might be wrong.
Corrin,
I feel like Corrin doesn't have enough airspeed to contest Game & Watch.
that's possible. I mean, Nair is great though. I feel like
Yeah.
Corrin Nair, just like not necessarily the air speed, but just having that lingering hitbox out while you're moving. Like,
Corrin juggles. I just don't know if they have the right kill options to really get Game & Watch out.
I mean,
That's the hard part.
take one stock, right? Win neutral enough, take one stock, and then you have a character you think might be more
Yeah.
comfortable for the last one. I'm trying to think of who might be going in. I assume
Samus probably.
could also be the Cloud or the Falco player.
Well, the Cloud or Falco player played Game & Watch, didn't they?
No, this is the Sephiroth player.
Oh, the Sephiroth player.
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like this is going to be a bit difficult for SNHU, especially with the matchup choices. Insignia's characters get countered pretty heavily by Falco and also pretty heavily by Samus. So I feel like this is going to be a bit difficult for SNHU. But the main problem is actually getting through this Game & Watch, because if this Game & Watch takes a stock, it's going to be very annoying, like extremely annoying to play against the next person who
Down
can
a
just
stock,
sit back and feels confident zoning. Because when you're down a stock, they can just wait for time. They have full advantage. And with Falco and Samus, you can just do that. You can just wait.
Yeah, I mean, zone, put a missile on one side if you're Samus, and then control the other side of the stage, keep that pressure up, bomb when they actually approach you. A lot of ways I feel like to mitigate that potentially.
I will say, Insignia is a very good player.
Yes.
So it could just be an upset on player skill. That's also another option. You know, even though this is statistically probably really bad, like matchup chart-wise, it's looking a bit sketchy. I could definitely see Insignia pulling this out. Also because Collegiate is very fun because you're not playing at task level high. Like,
I mean, you're not
best in
playing
the
at task
world.
level outside of like the top of a major,
Yeah.
super major,
But
regardless.
the good thing is that a lot of low-level characters don't necessarily get countered in the same way. You're playing
true.
like another game. Like if you play like, even in like Overwatch or League of Legends, you're playing like silver lobbies. You have to play completely differently than you play like high-level lobbies.
We're seeing creators kind of start putting out tier lists, like varying on player skill, right? You have a tier list. It's like, oh, this is if you're the average player. This is if you're in, top 500 lobbies. Like this is how it should be. This is how it actually is.
And Pyramithra is on all of the tier lists at the top.
On both?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I love that character. Yep.
Fun. I can't believe they just gave Sheik Ganon instead of Zelda.
They just gave Sheik Ganon. Yeah, that's true. They also gave it a Bayonetta air dodge, and then also you can combo down tilt into up tilt into forward tilt,
which does quite a bit.
And then into a dash attack.
Listen, I'm sure everyone in New Hampshire is probably plenty used to that character now. With, whispers still get picked up on the mic, Joe.
Luckily, we aren't seeing one.
No,
so that makes me really happy.
For all we know, we can still see a spot like I said. We already the scouting that was done for us. Already one character switch, right? So we are going to see Corrin coming out from Insignia.
Okay,
it's possible he just feels like it's a safer pick into the next player. So
that's
I think I can take one stock from Game & Watch.
I could also I just feel like Corrin's going to have a hard time killing Game & Watch. That's a hard part because you can't really go off stage and pressure as much as you'd want. Bacon is going to be tough to get off ledge with.
True.
I could see you being very good in center stage, like if you just want to hold center stage and really play defensive if you win like the first couple interactions. I could see Corrin doing well, but I just don't feel like they're going to win the first couple interactions because Game & Watch is weird.
Well, we'll see how weird. We'll see. Actually, it's changing the skin
also,
too.
This depends on the stage choice.
Well, we will find out right now. PS2. I like it for
that
mixing up, honestly,
it's-
into him.
Might. Yeah, but the blast zones are so much bigger. It's going to be even harder for Corn to kill.
He is light, though. I mean, one good kill move, and it should be fine. As
That's
they both go on
true.
end.
Corn only really has good like smash attack kill moves.
Yeah.
Which is the hard part because you want to kill before 130. Like if you aren't killing before 130, then you're having a hard time.
But here.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
doing so good at shielding that pressure. He kind of recognizes what
That's
Nazir is going to be going for. But what's up?
what you were saying though, shielding that is very
Yeah.
good. I think that one thing that Corrin has advantage in this matchup, right, is being actually able to call out. Oh, that's unfortunate, but being able to call out Game and Watch up Bs out of shield.
Yeah.
Because Corrin has a good jump and can juggle really well. This might actually be in Corrin's favor a little bit. It just I feel scared about higher damage thresholds.
Yeah, we'll see how things look here. And using Pin, it seems so risky into him, especially when he could just use Chef and block the approaches from that with Chef slowing him down so much when he tries to actually get there. This platform, though, could help quite a bit.
Honestly, I try to mix up with like a aerial pin so that it doesn't actually hit the ground. Just poke him with it. I think might be a good option to really approaching that bacon. But Insignia is down on life right now, so it's going to be a bit difficult for them to come back into this. But juggling really well right now. Is able to actually pick up a down B stack. That could be unfortunate later in the game. But a back air coming out, reading that jump was perfect. One good read like that, and I think that it's good. As we said before, I think Corrin has good center stage. I was just worried that they weren't going to be able to get out of back air like that, but they actually did. So.
Yeah, no, catching him with that. I mean, but you can also poke a back air so safely because it propels you away, right?
That's true, yeah.
So it's just
very slow.
It is slow, but Game & Watch's recovery is kind of linear, right?
Yeah,
Once he up Bs, he goes up, he's going a certain height every single time, and then, if he doesn't do anything, then he's going to parachute down. So I feel like it gives you a chance to really kind of catch and punish him with slow options like that are, is slow but safe. I feel like could have been the name of the game there.
Yeah.
But going into the last player, who it may be, so I will.
If it's a Samus, I think Corrin does fine.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a Falco,
could be Cloud as well.
The hard part
or
is
Falco.
I feel like Corrin does well into all of these, but I might be wrong.
I don't know the matchup chart.
I think that because Corrin has up B out of shield, they can probably punish Samus and then also punish a lot of Falco's approaches as well. The hard part about Falco, though, is just not getting up tilted and neutral, which I think Corrin might have trouble with, but I think it should be fine.
Just to clarify, it is going to be Falco, so it's likely going to be board coming in for NEIT on that Falco. So again, obviously he has plenty of matchup experience against Falco, considering Crust is on the team. He's played against Falco probably quite a bit because of that. It's also a fairly popular character.
Falco's really popular.
Falco's a popular character, so most people are going to have that matchup experience. Corinne, much less so.
Falco at the start of this game used to be really bad, but those couple buffs made Falco so good.
Yeah.
Being able to actually have safe on shield aerials is just, it's insane. Your down air is +2. Yeah. Safe on shield if you do it right, which in Smash terms, that's not normal. You normally do not get plus on shield ever. You will get -2, which means that you can backdash safely without getting grabbed. But Falco's down air is actually plus enough where you could do a tilt and get it out and it'd be fine.
And then start your loop.
Yeah.
Right. You dare on shield, they try to punish, they mess up their parry, you up tilt them, and then suddenly you're dead.
Yeah.
Because Falco did the up-down ladder combo to you immediately after. We'll see.
Well, hopefully we'll see a couple Falco loops. I haven't seen any yet, even from Crust. I know they're inconsistent. They're also character dependent, but really all you have to do is down throw, fair, hold back, and fast fall. And then you loop that. So I know it works on Corrin. So maybe.
Well, we'll see exactly here, because actually this is just a straight-up best of one between these two players to kind of determine this. Well, I want to really figure out what Board's style is going to be here, right? How he's going to be approaching this. Is he going to play it slow with lasers? Is he going to try to go for those kind of combos? How patient is he going to be willing to play? But both players really going for blood early. A lot of aggressive trading of hits to start things off.
It seems like Board is very much a aggressive Falco from what I can see. Really just trying to pressure Insignia as much as possible, really not respecting the sortie. I think that's honestly pretty good. You just really want to try to back away and stop getting juggled, which is the main thing that's going to be hard for Falco. Because they don't really have any good landing options. And that's really the hard part versus Corrin is you need good landing options. Very good laser. Oh, but it looks like they tried to fast fall down B maybe or fast fall laser and just didn't get the actual jump out. That was unfortunate. Oh, but Insignia does get killed. This actually evens up the stock, but 29% on the Falco might be a good lead for Insignia. Very good NP jump right there. Perfectly into that, but lasers coming out, stopping Insignia's approach. Just barely hitting an air, though, and getting a backer to send Falco off stage.
And now with control as center, again, he can just keep poking him. Falco probably doesn't have a great way to approach, but a fair actually a little bit too close from Insignia, kind of catching him off guard.
Very good back air.
Yeah, reclaiming the stage here again. Back air from, we see it so much from Insignia. It's such a good option.
Yeah, 100%. It covers a lot, too. I think it covers standing. It can cover roll because you get there quick enough in time to do a forward tilt. Oh, my God, the pin barely coming out. Doesn't kill, but the forward smash just barely misses right there. A down tilt coming out from Falco might put Insignia in a hard situation, but the down air actually poking through platform on the stage specifically is really powerful. Lasers coming out from Falco, really just trying to pressure Insignia as much as possible. Weird
Clash
interaction
with
there
yeah.
with Pin. But the pin actually launch will send Falco into the sky, killing him.
Yeah, interesting interaction there, but still, it will go in favor of SNHU. So Insignia trying to close out this last stock. Board really needs to... the lasers are working well for him, but now Insignia is just keeping up the pressure to a point where he can't get in.
Board really needs to mix up his approaches. He's really either just switching on between all aerial or shooting lasers. And you really need to mix up aerial lasers, some down Bs there, some side Bs. You really need to just throw out more mix-ups. Like, they're just standing lasering. You really want to jump there, stop Insignia, say, you know, tell Insignia that you can aerial, but the back air is going to come out perfectly there, actually taking that game.
Yeah, another chase off stage again really catches you by surprise. I feel like in these crew battles a lot of the time.
Yeah, well, because you're on Wi-Fi, it's just so odd to see. It's very weird because of just how much like ping you have that landing that's really hard.
Yes. Yeah, and I think well, now that we've pivoted kind of different like broadcast surprise, we have switched from spectating the games on our end to actually just live capturing the Switch. So lag should be better for both teams. So we might actually see some teams being a little bit more bold.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised to see that like kind of aggression going up, because we've seen it kind of on both sides already.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think that aggression is definitely going to be more interesting going into these next games, especially with these character choices.
Yep.
So I'm very excited to really see how SNHU plays this a little bit differently at the start of the match because they were down so far early.
Yeah, we'll see how things change in game number 2, which we will be heading to right on the other side of this break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be getting into game pretty shortly. How did you think the last couple games went?
I think it went well. I think I'm excited to see the skill of the players. It seemed pretty evenly matched, honestly, all the way down. So we'll see how things shape up this time. A fifth player for SNHU is in, though. Not in last time. It's Kruss starting things off on that Falco against Burr, once again opening things up on the Little Mac.
I'm honestly very excited to see how this game goes. It looks like it started a little bit before, but I definitely think that this is a good matchup. Kruss isn't afraid of cheesing, and I think that's really the problem last game, is that the players were a bit scared and really wanted to play Little Mac like they were a normal character. But the combos coming out from Kruss are absolutely insane. You know, Little Mac doesn't really have a way to get out.
I also like the town and city pick, I feel like, for us. I mean, it's a wide space to avoid Mac, plus those platforms, even though they're gone for now. Having them, I think, will really help Kruss mix things up. But look at these lasers, this percent adding up. I mean, it's giving him more rage for the KO punch, I guess, but not necessarily worried about it too much right now. Ledge drop not going to work out as the down smash keeps him equalized. But Kruss, I love seeing him play like this against people. Just jumping high, side being, making it hard to chase him.
He's really just like trying to get rid of the KO punch right now. Really just baiting Mac to come up there and maybe grab him with a fastball, do any fair. But the KO punch is such a scary option right now. It's still on deck. It's actually up for a lot longer than I originally thought it was. All the players are yelling right now about Kruss trying to avoid this KO punch. Doing a very good job right now, just sort of sitting back, shooting out lasers, really just stopping Little Mac from approaching. As I said, it's boring to play like this, but this is how you play against Mac. Oh my god, that's so scary.
That was a terrifying choice of way to approach. I feel like you have to hit him. I don't think he'd lose his KO punch. I think you have to actually hit him, and there it goes. Right away, that KO punch is
the fair coming out. Kill sparking, but that laser is just going to do it.
Yeah, Falco, excellent choice, I think, from SNHU.
There's going to be a Reddit post about this.
I don't know what you're implying. I get a vague idea. I don't know what side you're
this
on.
This Falco's playing
there
so late.
That's it. Okay, that's it. Understood.
There's going to be a Reddit post about this. But yeah, no, Kruss is doing exactly what they need to, you know. Oh my god, the hurt box shifting from Little Mac's side B actually avoided the laser. I haven't seen anything like that, but I've rarely seen these characters played. But the combo just barely missing right there. But the KO punch coming out actually hits Kruss. Very well played, but Little Mac's at 97.
Yeah, platform just a little bit too low. I like that just side B neutral. They trade hits here, and Kruss knows enough not to approach. Once he's been hitting Burr, it has been going.
Yeah.
He has been going with it for quite a while here, but these lasers are forcing him to approach in such a linear way in the back air. We'll steal that stock away. So mobile. Look at this. Burr just cannot find a way in, and he's willing to just make him approach him.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot better to play Falco into this because before at least you had Mario, which couldn't really have good approaching options just because you have up smash out of shield. But Falco can approach fine because they can outrange that up smash. Oh my god, that air dodge. It looked like it meant death right there, but barely didn't. Looks like they might just try to go right to ledge, just barely missing that down smash. But a side B coming out will actually be able to be plus enough where it'll block the up smash. Good combos coming out from Falco right now in center stage and just going back, shooting the lasers that you need to.
Yeah, just making him run at him. Can't do too much more damage, though, because KO Punch coming up soon. That could be a way for Burr to take another stock out of this, but playing so patient. But I'm sure Burr, as a player who I assume exclusively plays Mac, or primarily plays Mac, probably used to people playing like this against them, so likely finding their way around it. Some hits early, but has to find the one that will steal that KO punch away.
The forward tilt coming out.
Tilt catches him.
And KO punch up for next stock. This could be a complete reversal, and that would be honestly quite scary right now. But it looks like, Kruss is just doing their best to really sit up top and just wait it out. Waiting for Little Mac to approach because they can't.
Mac, I feel like, is willing to wait out these platforms, though. I mean, like you see here, there's no reason for him to get that close, almost gimped, but able to recover once more. Down smash in the middle of the stage, trying to cast a side B again. KO punch, though. Kruss will live. There's not a lot of percent.
That, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather get KO punch, get 45, than, oh my god, it's evening up percent-wise. Lil Mac's in a hard situation, and that fair might just mean it. Perfect.
Yeah, that's why Mac doesn't approach Falco on platforms.
Yep. Exactly.
You have to slow. That's why you cannot. You have to just wait it out. There will always be an opening, right, for that Mac. There's always going to be a way through because those platforms are not going to stay there forever. But the one time he pushed it, got caught by that fair.
Very good from Crust to just play as safe as possible. You know, you want to be in the back just shooting lasers and not respecting Little Mac as a character. It's bad to say, but you have to play against Little Mac like that, or else you're going to get up smashed and then forward smashed and then KO punched and then you die.
He's still, even playing like that, still lost 2 stocks.
Yeah.
Burr is exceptional at evading those techniques, right? Finding his way to storm the beaches and actually get in some damage and find these kill options. Also, I mean, excellent use. We're recognizing that, my hitbox is like just going to hit over that bottom platform. Being able to recognize and punish that way, I think you can see the skill of the character there. But with Burr out, it's going to be on to, I mean, whoever's up on deck. I'm not sure if they're going to change things up knowing that it's a Falco.
Versus Falco. Can't send an Isabel. Well, you could, I guess, which would be the best.
It is only 1 stock. So you can send in a slightly worse character if you think it'll match up better in the next character. But they don't know who the next character is, so.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah. Interesting. They're sending an Isabel, but it's not Royalty He.
That's odd. I didn't know that there were this many Isabel players.
The amount of Isabel mains in the world has just doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, we've also, like, honestly, being on Collegiate, I have seen more Isabels than I have actually seen online or anywhere else.
Production, could I clarify the name of the player that's coming in to play Isabel? And I will repeat it to the stream when it is said. It is the same Isabel. They typoed the name.
Okay.
Not Production, the team that was talking. So it is the same Isabel, not a second Isabel. Royalty, he back in. Do you think this team is they're just gonna run the same order? Is it possible that they just said, like, hey, you 4 are in tonight?
Sure. I feel like
teams probably operate that way.
I feel like that's a bad idea, though. I feel like it's really... Like, throwing out Isabel now is actually, honestly, not the worst, because you're just, like, getting rid of a stock as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But I feel like Isabel has a lot of bad matchups. I feel like it's going...
Most lower tier characters tend to.
I feel like it doesn't matter either way if you send Isabel in now, because they're just going to have a bad matchup versus the next character no matter who, you know, SNHU chooses. But as we're getting into this match right now, it looks like probably we're just going to be seeing Crust play as lame as possible from what I'm guessing. Really just waiting for Isabel to approach. Or, on the other hand, you could really just try to abuse that Isabel has nothing at all, like, as a character.
That's it?
I don't know what good traits Isabel has. They're kind of just a worse version of Villager. I guess, like, dash attack is good and the amount of bleed that they have, but they have no good, really, out-of-shield options, no defensive options, really. They're just kind of a weird zoner.
They're fun.
They are fun.
I actually enjoy playing Isabel quite a bit. It's a Villager / Isabel has been a character I've been wanting to pick up recently because I love being annoying.
Yeah.
And I think that is, having played them a little bit, definitely works for me.
Gordo DDD.
No, see, I already play Bowser Jr., so I'm already so annoying as it is. But
I think the most annoying time I have ever had was playing against a Gordo DDD.
You should play Suton sometime. He's he'll definitely give you a similar experience to that here, but not what we're seeing here in game right now. But actually, caught by the Lloyd, that's a lot of percent racking up. Crust just wants to get extra credit at this point, but you can see Teehee playing.
Stock, it's good.
They're playing on that Lloyd, but that time not really working out for them. And there's that stock you were talking about up there, catching him off the platform.
It's just hard for Isabel to kill or really do anything at these higher percents. Like, they have some good combos lower, but once you're at this high percent, it's like, what can you really do?
This high, like, as in 70? That's not that high.
But you don't have combos of Fair anymore. Fair doesn't combo. Dash attack doesn't combo into Fair anymore.
You just poke until you find a kill move. I feel like that's going to be the name of the game for Isabel now, but getting caught out on the approach still. Crust has to be so careful into these Lloyds, and you can see he's diffusing bombs mid-set.
Yep, with down tilt. Honestly, as I said, if Lloyds were more like Snake's down B, it'd be a lot easier. I know a couple things can break Snake's down B. I think that might be a brawl only thing. I'm not sure, but yeah, jab's coming out into down tilt. Huh?
Down tilt is a kill move?
I think that was true. It is a kill move. I don't think that's true. I think that might be a fake combo.
Okay. It looked like a real combo.
It did, but that has, like, I feel like you could have shielded it. I think maybe they
Maybe.
tried to jump and was caught.
We're talking about feel here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Feels like you go
Well,
to shield.
I don't play against a lot of Isabels.
That's true. I mean, who does?
Because
Other than the players of NEIT, because they get to practice against Royal Teehee.
2 Isabel mains.
There is this. No, it's still,
and they're here and they're playing against us right now.
No, it's the one. Remember, it's the same. It's only,
it's the same. Yeah,
it's the same person. So
yeah,
it's still the only
this
the
is
one.
the only Isabel main. This is even the same Isabel from last semester when we played against.
I actually think it is. I recognize the name.
Actually think it.
I think it is
so
actually.
This is the singular Isabel main.
It's the only Isabel.
It's the only one.
Yes.
The Isabel Discord server is just this guy with
he actually just leaves his tool notes in there.
Yeah.
No, it's just him. And
Yeah.
he just leaves his. Like you have some people have like a private Discord that you like use to send yourself files like from your phone to your PC.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what the Isabel.
Yeah, it's just him and like 50 alternative accounts to like fake that there's some type of thing going on.
No, I think it's just him. But honestly, respect.
Yeah.
Actually, like respect for playing a character that not a lot of people do. I think Isabel. I think Isabel is a hype character. That's just.
I think
I like playing
any
Isabel.
low tier is hype when they're winning.
Even losing, I think Isabel is high. I think Fishing Rod is hype. I think I like Baron Fair. I don't know. I just like the slingshot.
I will respectfully disagree.
And you know what? You're allowed to be wrong.
I think Isabel's Fair is as cool as Banjo's Egg.
I think Banjo's Egg is cool too. So.
Then we will agree to disagree.
We will agree to disagree. Steven in, by the way. It's Mario.
Steven.
I believe I saw Steven going back there, unless he's just hyping someone up.
Mario into Isabel, like, it kind of stops what Mario wants to do, but I feel like Isabel just can't even kill. So I feel like Isabel might get a 1 stock. Maybe.
And then, Steven go into the next player. There's already a 1 stock advantage right from them before, so we'll see exactly.
We were seeing Steven pull out some, like, crazy stuff at GSG.
Yeah.
Like, literally just, like, up air, up air, nair fair. Like, every time. Like, it was... Steven was doing an impeccable job.
Mm-hmm. I mean, especially, recently being ranked number 10 in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Right? His first time on the PR, probably feeling a little more confident about the play, right? Once you hit that threshold, it's definitely easier to be a little more confident here. So we'll see how he feels playing into that Isabel. I think they moved the Switch and accidentally unplugged the Ethernet adapter for the yellow game. I'm distracted by it right now because I started setting it up.
That would be unfortunate for yellow.
That would be unfortunate for yellow. I think they were mid game 2. I believe they won their first set. So
okay, that's good.
Yeah, but still, that game's still going on over there. I'm a little distracted. I can't get the full update, but seeing this Royal, I mean, how many stocks did Steven take game 1? Right? He took 2 from the MAC.
Yeah,
2 from the MAC.
But I feel like MAC's a harder matchup.
Yeah, so. We could see Steven run with this, especially with only 2 stocks remaining on Royal Teehee. But what stage do you think Steven will want to go to here?
Battlefield. Always.
So just the plats to mix it up? You don't think anything wider
up air
would help?
chains.
Up air chains, true.
You just have to. I think Mario wants small. I think Mario wants small stages, especially versus Isabel.
Yeah.
If
only it was the New Hampshire rule set. Get small Battlefield.
Yeah. Well, small Battlefield's good. What do they have Yoshi's Story in NECC rule set? I would go Yoshi's.
Don't think.
If
I
that's
can look it up right now.
I am a fan of Yoshi's Story. Everyone disagrees with me, but
I like Yoshi's Story.
Like that map.
It's Melee Yoshi's Story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Yoshi's Story.
I like Yoshi's Story as well, but no one else does.
I actually like the Yoshi's
They don't
Island
like it because
stage.
of the slants.
I like Yoshi's Island from
think that's
Brawl.
vile. I think that's
Vile?
despicable.
At least it's not Lilat.
I think it's worse than Lilat.
I think it's worse than Lilat.
Yes, because there are so many glitches. Did you know if Game & Watch up airs at one of the corner of the stages, it will actually teleport the up air into the center of the stage?
I did not know that.
You can also fall through the center
really
by
funny.
getting Ivysaur down aired.
See, I think that's just comedy.
Anything with like a mini wind box will push you through the center of that stage.
So it's like PS2. It's like PS1 from Melee.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you're saying. I'm getting the rule books together right now, by the way. I just want to see exactly what
But if Yoshi's Story is a choice, I would go there with Mario because you could just kill it 0.
They could probably ban it, though. I think there's bans.
Yeah.
I am checking
That's
now.
true.
Okay.
So
it is not a choice. It is actually identical to the... I think it's identical to the New Hampshire rule set,
Kalos?
actually. Yeah, Kalos is a counterpick.
I would
Battlefield, Smashville, Town and City.
I would ban Kalos as Mario.
Okay.
I'd ban FD.
I'll run through this real quick. Tell me if this is the same as New Hampshire rules. I think there might be like a stage difference.
Yeah.
Battlefield, Smashville, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, Small Battlefield as starters.
that
Sounds right.
PS2 is not a starter
What?
for New Hampshire rule set.
There's everyone just
Wait.
gentlemen's to it. What? It's like it's like the starter. We always joked about how it was the only thing people played.
It's Smashville now.
They changed it?
Yeah. I think it's
Chat will
I
tell
can
me.
check. I'll look right now.
FD, Hollow Bastion, and Kalos are the counter picks. FD is definitely.
No,
I think that's correct.
No, yeah, that's right. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Yeah. Okay.
So it is actually identical to the New
Yeah.
Hampshire rule set.
I don't understand Hollow Bastion, why that's legal. It's the same thing as Smashville. The blast zones are a little different, but the platforms are the same.
I don't know enough to say anything differently.
I think the blast zones might be a little bit bigger, but I also think this stage is bad for Mario. I think this is a good stage for Isabelle. If this is a starter, I would ban this, and I would ban... Don't even need to ban FD.
Yeah.
I just ban this.
Well, we'll see here. Already Isabelle actually running kind of away with it with some great zoning onto Mario. Steven has to get used to the online scenario here again, but, you know, up throw, dare into fair, getting some early percent here, but having to go through this wall of projectiles that being thrown in his way by Royal
Isabelle
here.
is doing a lot of actually good combos right now. Really good, being good against Mario's weight class and fall speed. It looks like they practice against Mario a fair bit, but Mario's just going to be able to get these up air strings. Tried to go for a nair there to lead into maybe a fair on ledge. But honestly, Isabelle's out of a range where Mario can easily combo, and especially on this stage, I feel like it's going to be difficult for Mario to kill.
Maybe. I feel like it might just have to be a random up smash. We'll see what this throw gets. It's going to go to play for the edge guard again. Looking for that high recovery, going for a spike there, but just throwing out kill moves here. You can see F smash trying to angle it down and catch them on ledge.
This is honestly, I think this isn't going to be as easy of a win as Steven might think. I think that Isabelle's doing a very good job at zoning right now, but the up smash comes out is really good. It's just going to be difficult to kill. Like, with that down air, you know, on another stage, it would have probably killed. I could see maybe Mario doing some decent ledge trapping with up smash, but a back air coming out perfectly to stop that grab from Isabelle.
Two thrown out very close to each other as well, so just able to kind of spam those options real quickly here. Down smash, charging through it, actually. Steven now able to potentially start some combos, but this rage honestly might hurt in getting these combos. The knockback could, being multiplied, could make some of these combos non-viable, even at this low of a percent, but still great zoning and not wanting to push, playing on that Lloyd, so smart.
Right now, it looks like Steven's just trying to poke right now. Oh my god, did the fireball cancel that? Oh my god, almost went for a spike right there, and that probably would have hit, but the cape actually stops that from happening. A back air coming out, sending Isabelle off stage, trying to cape the tether recovery, but barely can't. Goes for a down smash, it's shielded. Looks like Mario right now is just hopping back and forth, trying to get a back air, pushes Isabelle off stage right now, goes for the edge guard, up smash, barely whiffing, and Isabelle's just holding their shield perfectly. Back throw might do a lot here, pushing them off stage, and the flood comes out to cause Isabelle to jump, but they get back to ledge, up smash barely missing. Mario goes for an air, but has to avoid it, and Isabelle's doing a great job zoning, but the up smash just barely clips on the forward air landing lag.
I mean, able to spam those bears so quickly, and then the one time that Isabelle actually rolls up from ledge, he's just a little bit too late on the up smash, right, to catch. But then, obviously, able to sneak through the wall of projectiles, get that up smash, not drop stock, and take two more from Royal. Looking at what's left, I mean, are we expecting Game & Watch to be coming in now? Are we expecting...
That would be scary for Mario. I think that Game & Watch is definitely a more scary option.
Yeah.
Sephiroth, probably good for Mario. Same thing probably with Cloud. Falco would be pretty even, I think.
Okay.
So I think probably Game & Watch is their worst matchup.
Still Falcon. Still Falcon.
There is a Falcon
the back
that they have. Yeah, I think that Mario beats Falcon. I think that if you do like all of the crazy Falcon
and
tech,
Samus.
like I think Mario's going to Samus.
Okay.
I think that Mario with Cape just it's fine. I think they also have good approaching options, but the main thing that like is with the Falcon, like in general, him as a character, he has a lot of weird tech, like no impact land raptor boost with no impact lands like on platforms and stuff. And if you get all of those, Falcon's probably one of the best burst characters in the entire game. The hard part though is that doing all of those consistently is nearly impossible.
Yeah.
So like you see Fatality pull off like crazy combos during their stream or in clips. Offline.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be really difficult for Falcon to do a lot right now. in this current matchup. So I think Game & Watch probably their best choice.
I would not be shocked to see that same player coming in again, whether they're on Game & Watch or Sephiroth. I have a feeling just because of the order of characters that went in, they might just be trying to follow that. Board seems to be their anchor. Just judging from kind of the skill he was playing at when he was in, I have a feeling that Board is their anchor also because he's flexible. They've seen him on 2 different characters, right? So he's also playing the counter pick game. So watch to see how it goes in there. Steven was playing very hot, though. I mean, Steven was playing very well in that game. Not able to evade any option that Isabel was going in for a kill.
Yeah, it was honestly really good. Steven played basically perfect, played like a surgeon, playing a very precision-based game. As we just heard, though, next up is Cloud.
And just to confirm to production, is that Cloud Board or is that Cloud Nazier switching characters again? They're not talking to me yet. They'll tell me. We'll find out if the Cloud is Board. We'll find out if the Cloud is Nazier.
Are there
again.
2 Cloud players?
No. Remember, Nazier was only listed as... The Cloud is listed as Board. The Cloud is Board. So Board is actually coming in early.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
not anchoring. They're moving him in second to last here, and then going to be... How do you feel about the matchup?
Think that this is good for Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do. I think that Mario has great burst option and combos on Cloud's weight class and size.
Yep.
I think that Cloud doesn't really have the best ability to zone out Mario like they'd want to.
Gimbal recovery, too. Pre-limit.
Yeah. I think that this is fairly good for Mario. I'm one of the people that still don't see Cloud as, this top-tier character. A lot of people have been raising Cloud up, but I, up their tier list just because Spargo.
That's
but
Spargo.
I just think Spargo is just a good player.
Yeah. It's like MKLA with Byleth, right?
Yeah. It's Byleth's not good, and I feel like the same thing's with Cloud, where Cloud's kind of more of a mid-tier character.
Yeah, I think people have been describing Cloud as one of the best middle, he's an honest character, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Compared to Smash 4 Cloud.
Well, Cloud would be broken if their grab was not 9 frames. That's a lot, by the way.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's the worst grab in the game.
But speaking of good grabs, Steven
Mario.
grabbing one here to start things off. I mean, it's already to start things off for him. Obviously, 42% already on the board. From Board.
It looks like Board is more of a mid. Oh my God, the fair coming out. Oh my God, are we gonna see Steven from GSG come out again? That was so fast.
That's Mario diff. I mean, that's just the Mario diff, right? That's just what Mario can do to you with just slightly cooperative DI, even uncooperative DI if he's playing it well enough. What a start here from Steven, and now potential for another combo, but now knowing he has to do that directional air dodge back to center stage, but these options are just so fast. Steven can really open things up and force these things to come out from Board.
Oh, but that was such a weird flood interaction, but Limit coming out from Cloud right now goes for the back air, might be able to edge guard Steven. Yup, gets his side, but he barely doesn't kill. Yeah, that's one of the problems with Cloud from Smash 4 to this game is the Limit doesn't kill as early.
I mean, I feel like it should have, but we'll see here. The so long Bowser throw.
Oh, no.
SM64 maybe giving him one really low. Still, it's a trait. That's absolutely worth it in this environment.
Yeah,
Steven is already operating on extra credit.
Yeah, I think that's really good also. Steven was at a higher percent than Cloud was, so I think that's really good. Air dodge, though, coming out from Cloud, putting Steven on a disadvantaged platform, but the up air coming out, up B out of shield right now from Cloud. A couple up airs, just trying to zone out Mario as best as possible. Board seems to be playing more like a zoner Cloud than really a burst, so I think that this might be a little bit better for Board, but Side B coming out, actually picking up Limit from that, and the speed allows Cloud to do so much more. Side B just barely missing, looking like Steven was going to back up, but didn't. Forward air coming out from Steven, barely missing, but a flood sends Cloud into a very bad situation, and they just can't get back with that Gimp. Very unfortunate, and that's one of the reasons why I thought that Mario was really good in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about being able to get that recovery. It has been very effective already.
Yeah.
Kind of chasing out there and finding that. So only one player remains for NECC. Steven has just taken down 6 stocks and given up 1.
Yeah, it's going to be very scary. It's just, yeah, it's going to be hard for them to do anything against SNHU. You have Steven, and then you have either Insignia in the back. Yeah. Or you have
Quackers.
Yeah. That's going to be
behind him, so
that's going to be really hard.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of talent still left in the pool for them. And I think we could see the Samus come out. We could see
Falcon.
We could see the Falcon come out. We could see, again, I think it's going to be the same four. I have a feeling they're just like, you are playing tonight. So we could see Game & Watch. We could see Sephiroth.
I feel like none of those characters are very good. Yep. There we go. It is Sephiroth. I think that this is fine for Mario. I think this is a more even matchup than Cloud.
Okay.
I think that Sephiroth has some stuff with Nair, but the problem with Sephiroth is Sephiroth can't land.
Yeah, and Mario does anything to keep you from landing. Right? Yep. Mario can really combo you to hell and back.
And even if they beat this, I could see Insignia's Corrin just abusing Sephiroth like wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Because Corrin's a juggle character. Like, that's the entire name of the game is you fair, up air, nair, up air a lot. So yeah, it's gonna be very hard for Sephiroth to really play into this.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how he decides to do it. I hope he does Nair, because it's one of my favorite moves in the game. I think it looks really cool. That's my expert analysis. But no, I mean, I think he can play out of Mario's range, but I feel like he has to be in control. I feel like advantage state is going to look so good if he has it, but disadvantage is going to look so bad.
Yeah, there's really no way. Well, also the problem is that Sephiroth doesn't really have any good follow-ups.
Yeah, true.
Off of advantage state. Like,
he's like a melee zoner.
If you fair, you fair. If you nair more, and if you up air, you don't do anything else because you can't reach it.
If he's on the top of the stage, I guess you up and chase him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look good if you do.
Yeah, that's like some weird, read whether they go left or right.
Yeah.
It's honestly, this is going to be difficult. And Sephiroth is definitely a good weight class where they can get comboed by Mario, especially into those fair combos.
Yep.
So, yeah, I could see this being very difficult.
Where does Sephiroth want to go, you think?
PS2.
PS2?
Hollow Bastion's also good. Or I wouldn't, maybe Smashville.
You think FD just to negate those platforms? Do you think he needs those platforms for his own mix-ups?
I think he needs not a top platform stage, but needs a normal platform stage. Actually, Kalos would be really good.
Well, we'll see if.
But I feel like you ban that as Mario.
We'll see if Nasir agrees. It's like small battlefield. Okay.
I think that this is fine. Really, just sitting under the platforms is what they want to do to stop Mario from approaching. You kind of just want to fall through and up air a lot. Really, the Roy special where you try to hit backwards hit of up air. Looks like Sephiroth's just going to be waiting on the platform, really trying to get anything off. But a downer coming out from Mario will actually clip that from Sephiroth. A couple fireballs coming out, zoning right now, and it looks like Mario's going to be able to just keep center stage as best they can.
Yeah, decent for now, but again, being able to get through those platforms.
Oh my god.
Sour spot on that, but so close. Flooding him away.
Oh my god, but the flood. What? You could just do that? Is Sephiroth's grab box for ledge super far away or something? What was that?
I think he just has to finish the animation first.
Maybe going for a light up B there would have been better. But also up air out of shield right now. This is so unfortunate. Mario, oh my god. Just barely missing that fair. Oh my god. Mario's just abusing Sephiroth right now. There's really not a lot that Sephiroth can do.
This is like that Twitter trend with Mario and Luigi versus Sephiroth. We were talking about what would have happened if they fought. This is apparently what we're expecting here, because not an answer here yet. Great shield on that option in return, constantly reading what he's going to do, but the one wing is out. That should be, much better options for Sephiroth now with just the power-up to his abilities here, but he has to find something first. Steven has just been deflecting basically everything.
Oh, and that's
now
it. That
the
Gimp's
so low.
That Gimp. Oh, yeah. This is going to be really difficult. Sephiroth's going to have to pull out a miracle right here. But the flood actually pushing them off stage allows for Mario to get a quick up air, but doesn't lead to any combo right now. Sephiroth's having a hard time with edge guarding Mario, which I wouldn't have really thought to be the case, but a dash attack coming out. Yeah, no, you really don't want to go into Mario at all. He's trying his best to zone, but he just can't hit anything. Mario's just too fast, the frame data.
Mario's got those fun little combos here, running into the shield, actually just trying to bait out an option there, but no response from Nazir for now, with Steven starting to get back in, avoiding that edge guard. But center stage control from him. He said he wanted to play under platforms. He's not doing that right now, and now Steven's able to combo off of this one. Down air off the top,
mix up DI.
Barely lives.
Barely lives. He actually DI'd that properly right there, reading that he was going to get mixed up, but back throw sending Sephiroth off stage. But oh my god, tried to go for something saucy right there, but just barely missed. Went for the oregano.
He's feeling it right now, and that's what Sephiroth's like, all right, this is what I have to do. I have to just recover in a way that makes him want to get me and evade it. That's the strat.
Well, that could be the miracle that Sephiroth's looking for. You know, Sephiroth does a lot of damage, so Mario can hit you like 5 times, but Sephiroth only has to hit you 3, but the up smash is going to take that. Absolutely insane by Steven.
Yeah, great catch on him rolling for ledge. I mean, Mario, you do just fiend for that. You fiend for that up smash if they do recover just a little bit too quickly, but great catch. I just don't think Nazir watched the game against the Isabel, right? He did the same thing.
Yep.
Against Isabel multiple times, constantly reading that option because Isabel was able to get back to ledge more consistently.
Yep.
Of course he's going to be hunting for that against you.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you're going to have to watch the other players' matches to really get his perspective, especially against the Mario. Like, it's just so difficult. We just heard Steven come out and just say that was so fun, having a great time right there. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for any of those characters to really beat Mario.
Yeah, it will. It's not easy when he can just combo you like that, but SNHU Blue, they walk away. I mean, a really close game 1. Very different game 2. I mean, Steven didn't have to play that matchup that he didn't want to play, right? He didn't have to play that Mario Mac matchup, and things looked a lot different. Yeah.
You know, and I think that's going to be it. You know, that's all we have today, right? That finishes the games.
Yeah, that'll close things up for SNHU Esports here in the Connection Esports Arena for the night. Tomorrow we have League of Legends. There should be, Carrick being the operative word here. B stream at 7 p.m. for SNHU White, and A stream at 8 p.m. I believe against the Nova Nighthawks, North Virginia Nighthawks. I believe Overwatch actually played them 2 weeks ago. So we'll be up against them in League of Legends instead. We'll see how that game goes at that time. As always, if you want to find out things about what is going on in the arena or just any content that we push out there, you can always follow us on our socials. If you check our link tree, they will all be there. You can always find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It is all SNHU Esports on there. So on behalf of myself, Joe
and
here,
me,
and I was going to say everyone in production, but it's just Mike. On behalf of Mike in production, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Have a wonderful day.
Swanky to do, some full hop, hit you on platform shenanigans, and Isabel jab, but caught with the up smash. The goofiest.
Just barely gets back, but actually catches the Vine Whip.
Switches for the third jump, barely making it back. This chef has done so
well right now. Is able to actually pick up a down B stack. That could be unfortunate later in the game, but a back air coming out, reading that down from Falco, really just trying to pressure Insignia as much as possible. Weird interaction there with Pin. But the pin
have to actually hit him, and there it goes. Right away, that KO punch is...
Oh, the fair coming out. Kill sparking, but that laser is just going to do it.
He's been hitting her. It has been going. Yeah. He has been going with it for quite a while here, but these lasers are forcing him to approach it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's evening up percent-wise. Lil Mac's in a hard situation, and that fair might just mean it.
That already on the board. From board.
It looks like board is more of a mid. Oh my god, the fair coming out. Oh my god.
Yeah, decent for now, but again, being able to get through those platforms.
Oh my god.
Sour spot on that, but so close. Flooding him away.
Oh my god. But
Swanky to do, some full hop, hit you on platform shenanigans, and Isabel jab.